Hello, Greg Herbert here, and I would, on behalf of our staff at CRAF offices in Los Angeles, California, and affiliated chapters across the globe, wish everyone a happy and healthy New Year 2011. The work of CRAF continues as we continue to add new members, new chapters, and open new horizons. The future is bright for us, and we will not go back on our primary mission, and that is sustaining anime and manga industry and preserving and conserving the fabric of anime and manga. The latter is what I would like to expand upon in today's commentary. Namely, the scourge, that is Yaoi. Yeah, that's right, it's time again for another Yaoi commentary. Why? Because this is the truth and it's got to be packed into your head, or else you are going to help support the destruction of the anime community. Now, for those of you who don't know, but are disturbed by it, here's a brief tutorial on Yaoi.Fandom. Let's discuss the nature of the beast. The average Yaoi-fantard is an insecure female who acts like a 16-year-old girl, but is often much older. She often has an obsessive love of one or more fictional male characters, but accepts on some level that she would never, ever have a chance with such characters. Even if they were real, as she is a creepy fatty. But wait, if these characters become gay, then they won't like any girls, so that makes her being unsuitable totally okay. The Yaoi fan will then embrace her jealousy as righteousness, and vehemently argue her obsession's lack of liking girls, flame any canon / fanon pairing of that character with a female, and ignore endlessly about it should the character actually turn out to like / date / fuck / marry a female somewhere down the line. Ironically, to make most of these characters gay, fans will bastardize and warp characters into whiny, angsty characters that bear no resemblance to the original character outside of looks. The creators and writers behind Yaoi manga and anime series, who are more often than not female, and after all Yaoi/shonen stories are written, drawn, and aimed predominantly at young girls and women, and especially their fangirls, tend to place more emphasis on the kawaii significance that would actually make these characters out to be relatable, believable individuals who just happen to be gay, rather than just glomping oft whiny and bitch effeminate caricatures of gay, bisexual and or cross-dressing men that they are. Fangirls and Yaoi artists alike treat these pretty boys like pretty little highly glompable playthings for other equally as pretty boys, or sometimes just overly manly and obnoxious men, the exact opposite end of the stereotyping spectrum. Still not that better, when you really look at it, because these biffy macho jerks seems are still usually done as characters all the same, that in reality seem to really serve more as playthings to the squeeing fangirls that adore, sometimes outright worship them. They provide a means of living out the romantic and or sexual fantasies of, mostly, teenage fangirls than anything else. Canon Yaoi series typically consist of plots revolving around the perfect, extra pretty and youthful-looking Marty-Stu character, the bishi who's the object of every guy gay, or seemingly otherwise in sexual orientation that's around him's undying affection and desires. Example, fake. Everyone seems to want either Ryo or D, but mostly shy and virginal Ryo. As well, Yaoi/shonen series are usually on one extreme, or the other in terms of the type of story, being either filled with copious amounts of mostly cutesy, or kawaii, shitty, happy, smiling, sushiny, sugar-coated fluff, like Gravitation, the kind of stuff I personally find positively repulsive, atrocious, nauseating, or unbelievable amounts of laughably ridiculous and derivative angst and soap operatic melodrama. Then there's the disturbing amount of stories that feature rape that the mangaka/fanfic authors try and pass off as relationships between characters, whether it's a guy eventually coming to fall in love with his rapist, or the popular and just plain utterly glitched rape/comfort stories out there that exist mostly in fanfic, but there are canon Yaoi series that make use of this formula as well that come to mind. And don't even get me started on the dreaded, disgusting shota concept genre. I really do not want to hear any goddamn bullshit arguments in its defense or support. They're always all the same, and they never excuse the inherent wrongness of depicting prepubescent little boys engaged in sex and being seen as objects of sexual gratification and fantasy. I feel exactly the same way about lolicon and hentai regular yuri, and over-the-top fanservice. I have said it before, and I will say it again. All of the above mentioned are chief reasons that anime's image has been tarnished. All this stuff has been allowed to proliferate like viral cancer. It truly makes the blood boil. I want my anime men kicking asses, not fucking them. That's why you have so many of these effeminate excuses for young boys. I mean, have you heard the one about the mother dressing her kid up to be Daphne from Scooby-Doo? One thing is for sure. My sons are going to be raised up to be men. Real man, not a fucking pussy. And not goddamn sexual perverts either. This is what we're up against, and I tell you, in 2011 we at CRAF are going to be redoubling our efforts against all the Yaoi fan community. I am sick and tired of stupid fanfucks abusing the element of creative license to bastardize anime and manga characters. This is an abomination, and it must be stopped ASAP. This is something that cannot be tolerated if the anime community is to thrive going forward. This is the truth, and if you don't like it, oh well, too bad, so sad. Tough.